Alright class, so whenever the arrow is pointing right, that signals a positive externality. What's that noise? Gertej! Gertej! Gertej!
Huh?
Were you listening to music during my class? Gertej, come see me after class. Gertej, are you seriously listening to music during my class? What's your grade in here?
A 2.
That really needs to get better. As your punishment, your job is to do a project and present it to the class on market failures.
Okay. If I'm gonna learn this stuff, I'm gonna need some serious help.
We can help you for the right price. If you want our help, you're gonna have to pay up.
How much you have in mind?
I'm not talking money.
What are they?
A market failure is a situation in which the free market fails to satisfy society's wants.
An example of a market failure could be paved roads or national security, since no one would give us these goods if it weren't for the government.
Okay, I think I understand what a market failure is. But what about public goods?
Public goods, products that one individual can consume without reducing its availability to someone else. So Gertrude, that means if you use something, it won't take its availability away from me.
There are two components of public goods. Non-rivalrous, or if I use it, I'm not taking your ability away from using it. And non-excludable, where I'm not preventing you from using it if I'm using it. The free rider problem is when people who don't pay for public goods still get to reap the benefits. An example of this is how illegal immigrants don't pay taxes but still get public goods like paved roads and national security. So in a positive externalities graph, the supply curve is marginal social cost and the demand curve is marginal private benefit. And when these two meet, they meet at the free market quantity. And there's another demand curve of marginal social benefit, and this is greater than the marginal social cost. And when these two meet together, they meet up at the socially optimal quantity. Okay, so on a negative externalities graph, there's two supply curves, one being MPC and one being MSC. And MSC is greater than MPC. And when MPC meets MPB, they are at the free market quantity. But when MSC meets MPB, they meet at the socially optimal quantity. And that's why MSC is greater than MPC.
Now under allocation, situations where resources are distributed at an insufficient level. So like not enough
So
resources.
it's like a farmer in his fields, too little water, and it's under allocation, and your crops don't get enough water, and too much water, and it's over allocation, and your fields flood.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so Gertesh, since we taught you about both externalities, now tell us how the government can fix both of them.
Okay, I think I got it.
That was
So in a positive externality, the social marginal benefit is higher than demand, and in order to fix this, the government provides subsidies. In a negative externality, the marginal social benefit is lower than supply, and in order to fix this, the government's raised taxation on these goods and services.
Good work so far, guys. Now, let's talk about a more specific externality, like pollution. Someone tell me about the common pool problem.
Common pool resource is a type of good consisting of natural human-made resources. These things are like fishing grounds where the more people use them, the less there are for everyone else.
Not bad. A solution to this problem of pollution can be providing incentives for reducing the pollution from the businesses.
Okay, so this is the Lorenz curve graph, and this basically shows the unequal distribution of income at a certain place. So this line right here shows the perfect equality. This line right here is the Lorenz curve, and the Gini coefficient is the difference between perfect equality and the Lorenz curve. And this band area, like the space between perfect equality and the Lorenz curve, shows the degree of income inequality at whatever place you're at.
Thanks, Dylan. I couldn't help but notice the lower income on the Lorenz curve. Are these the people that receive welfare?
Yes, Gertej, these people cannot afford to get their basic needs, so the government provides them with basic needs through welfare.
So on to taxes. The first kind of tax we're going to be looking at is progressive tax. As the tax rate increases, the amount taxed increases. The next kind of tax is regressive tax. As the tax rate decreases, the amount of taxation increases. So the last kind of tax is proportional tax. And this one, it's a fixed rate, so it doesn't matter if it increases or decreases. It's going to stay the same all the time.
As you can see here,
we have a graph with a supply taxation. Right here is the normal supply line, and here is the supply line with the taxation. As you can see, the consumers have to pay a higher price because of the taxation. The producers, on the other hand, only receive the price, they receive a lower price than before the taxation. This creates a big area in the middle, as seen by right here, and that is where the government gets their revenue. On the top is where the consumers get their excess revenue, and on the bottom is where the producers are getting all of their revenue.
Here, Tej, we gave you the information. Now it's time to secure the bag.
Alright, class, let me talk to you about market failures and government involvement. That's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed my presentation.
Congratulations, Gertej. You achieved your best grade of the year. You earned a 70.
You get the bag and fumble it, I get the bag and flip it and tumble it. We got the cash, and the mama
Okay. I think
That was Kalo.